Hello everybody, welcome back to another MoisTea gaming video. If you have been keeping up, you will know that we have just attacked Hazebrook twice with great success and with some experimental new techniques and tactics to go forward with. Bit of a situation report. The enemy have a decent stack near the southern end, and they attacked over here somewhere. Can't remember where it was, but we held them off quite well. We've got a star missing off St. Meanhold, which we need to take another one off. We will be doing that next turn, as I've moved a couple of units to do just that. I would go for Bar their Duke, but I need another unit there to make sure that happens. The idea being to surround Verdun, meaning we won't lose any men taking it, as once we do take it, well, surround it, should I say, these stars should get knocked off on their own, and I'm hoping, rumour has it, that these 3 cores will be eliminated. So we will see how that plays out. The enemy also have a good juicy stack here, in which they're probably going to attack this territory, but I'm not too bothered if we lose this. This was just to annoy the enemy really, and it's worked brilliantly because they've got 6 cores just sat there which aren't on the other lines anywhere else. Another option would be to attack Loonville, whatever that says, but yeah, we don't have the troops stationed down here to do that, just to wind up the French even more. Somebody pointed out a bug which I didn't even realise, which was the defeat 3 heavy artillery companies and we get 600 supply. Somebody noticed in one of the detailed logs that we had destroyed plenty of artillery companies, which we have over several battles now, but this hasn't worked, so that is a bug. I did do a check, and on the website it is something that has already been reported. This is another mission that we need to do. We need to get the airfield done and research a landing strip, which is certainly on the agenda, and I'm hoping to use bombers in the near future. Nothing more to do on this turn, bar from end it. Let's see what the enemy response is. As suspected, the enemy are being a dick and attacking me on the extreme weak point. There's no way we're going to win that. There's no way. But if we can inflict more casualties on them, that will be fantastic, and I will take that. This is the battlefield, and with the limited supply that I've got, this is all I could do. I'm just going to go for a mass concentrated... Who are these guys? Oh, right, okay. Yeah, a mass concentrated defense around this. I've only got 1 core here, whereas the enemy have 6. There's no way I'm going to win. I'm just going to try and cause mass casualties. I'm hoping me being this far back denies the enemy use of artillery. If that is the case, we will cause a lot of casualties. So let's wait till the enemy get here. The enemy have taken Y. They are now taking X. First sighting of the enemy. They're coming at the angle I didn't really want them to, but they will soon be fired upon and decimated. I'm actually going to try something here. The enemies do seem to get confused a lot when you move a unit around in the open. If I just keep this one floating around down here, it might encourage the enemy to come and have a gander. See how this plays out. More Belgians here. They've now been murdered. More soldiers coming. The British murdered. It does appear that we are out of their artillery range. If that is the case, they can't suppress us. And we are going to murder so many of them. Those may have just been stragglers, however, coming for the units which have been wriggling around. If we manage to keep hold of this, then there is no way that we will get a great loss. More of them coming in. Getting slaughtered. They're getting a little bit confused in the forest. That's another 3. Wow, they've just been destroyed. Here comes some more. Let's send them back down here. They're coming from the front, which is better for me. I've got more troops there to shoot them with. Oh, there's lots of them coming now. Oh, don't be silly. No. Get back in there. Oh, wow, there's a lot of them. As they get closer, though, it only makes it more deadly for them. Oh, here's the in-game glitch that I keep seeming to happen to have every now and again. There we go, it's back to normal. So many of them are being murdered. They actually got in there. I've no MGs, no artillery, simply couldn't afford it. If the enemy keep coming at me like this, I'll take that any day. Simply because the losses are just going to be staggering. Look at that. We only lost maybe, with this what, 225 in each. Maybe 75 men dead there, and how many did we just murder? This is going to be a lot. Well, would you look at that? The Allies request a ceasefire. That was quite quick. We're going to have to accept there's no way that we can take the enemy head on like this. So, what a win that is. Enemy ceasefire. Now that is nice. We lost 102 men and the enemy lost 5,000. It cost them 700 quid. That is a... yeah. If I could get that in every battle, I'd take that any day. There we go. That only cost us 13 quid. That is fantastic. I was worried that the enemy are going to attack and it's going to drain all of my money. But it hasn't. Are they going to attack again? They are. Ooh, this isn't going to be nice. Same location, but the enemy have 9 cores. So we're just going to repeat this process and see how we get on. Had to get a little bit creative with this. This is what I've had to do. I suspect that the enemy are going to be able to shoot me, which is not ideal. The enemy are going to have ample supply in this. Got the balloons up, not that they'll be able to see me, however. But I'm not in a corner, which I used in the last battle. I'm more open, and also the enemy... well, our troops are tired from the last battle, meaning their morale is 20% lower. Hopefully we can fend them off just like what we did earlier. Just going to wait for them now. If you've noticed, many of these trenches are separate, making it as hard as possible for the enemy to take every single bit. As long as I don't get suppressed, I'd like to think that we've got this. We're going to see if having one troop floating around actually affects the enemy again. Let's see. Down here they won't be doing too much anyway. They can quickly get back in. First contact. Oh no. We are in artillery range. This is not good. But we are still shooting them. This just means that they are going to get in the trench. I need to get these guys in. That is a suppressive fire. Only one has fired though. We're getting the damage in certainly with these rear one shooting, but there is a lot. I'm probably going to get in, however I can, if they keep coming from that direction, stick more troops in there from the sides, which should help. There's a lot of them here. They keep getting shot, we'll be alright. All these backlines are shooting them. Lost one there. We are going to be losing troops in this. They didn't actually, I just realised that, they didn't even go for the Y and X, they just went straight for the centre, which I certainly find interesting. I can relieve them and get some fresh men in. They are now tired and I can swap these out. I want to get the more fresh men at the front. They're certainly taking their time in coming for another round, but they must be coming back for another. They're at Y now. I see what they're doing. In response to their movement, I've done a little shuffle around. Here we go again. Now they are suppressing from that direction. That is a heavy attack. They may well get in here. Yeah, this is definitely a tougher scenario that we're having to deal with. There's not as many of them, but I'm still being suppressed. For how long, I don't know. Well, they're definitely in there. More are on the way. We need to get in the trench. You can support them. This one is definitely more challenging than the first attack. I'm going to have to shuffle this up slightly. Just need to make it so that we can keep shooting them. If we can keep shooting them, we'll be doing okay. Taking that back is going to be a little bit dangerous. Might even send those home. They are well and truly done. More are on the way. Go home, chaps. Go home. You get in there. You go home. Hoping to have enough to stuff them in there. Fresh troops are over here. That isn't going to do me any favours if they keep coming from this direction. I may lose this. Let's send these home. There's no point in them being there. They are going to be losing a lot doing this, but there's only so long I can keep it up for. If we're going to keep coming down from that left hand side, we're going to be in trouble. their artillery isn't doing too much, but just a little bit. It shows how effective artillery is. Oh look, they're coming from this direction now. Might have to pull back to the inner layers. They're done. They are definitely creeping in. We are now at X. Yeah. I'm gonna lose this. Oh well, it doesn't matter. They did have 9 cores. I only have 1. This is saying that they can't have many reserves left. I'd like to think they've certainly got more than what we have. Can wiggle these a little bit down there, that might be better. These will still keep firing at the enemy trying to cross over. Excellent. These bombardments aren't doing us any favours. I can't send my men out of the trench simply because they will get murdered by these in that trench. You're just done. Go home. We have 0 morale left. What are they going to do next? They are coming from both sides, hoping to cause as many casualties as I can. They're going to get suppressed, so we'll be ineffective. Send those back. These might be able to keep shooting them. Didn't see what was going on there, but I didn't like the look of it. Oh, they are definitely getting in. That is for sure. Could take that little bit back, I suppose. The men are suppressed. Still shooting at the ones which are bombing up and down. There's a lot more of them coming in. Yeah, I think we're done at this point. This is what happens when the enemy have 9 cores to your 1. But it doesn't matter. This was bound to happen. I never had the intention of holding this region. There we have it. All the troops are either retreated or dead. I really do think that we caused more casualties on the enemy's team than what they caused us. I'm going to press the surrender. Yeah. Surrender. First time I've pressed that button. Our first great loss. It cost... Oh, it cost the Allies 1,300 quid. They lost 9,000, well, nearly 10,000 men to my 3,000 men. That's a good ratio. Certainly made them pay for it. Our first great loss. Does not matter. Not bothered about the national will change. If you look at ours is so much higher than theirs anyway. Are they attacking again? No! They're not attacking again! Excellent! I thought they would do. We're going to get more money back and an extra research point. Ooh, what's this? Silent threat. Our submarine fleet is one of the largest in the world. Currently, they are on the hunt for military ships, but we could unleash them on any ship within the waters of any of the allied nations. Doing so runs the risk of angering neutral countries, but would greatly hamper our enemy's ability to supply their forces. Now, this is going to be... So, what happened is we sank... Well, not we. The Germans sank a cruise liner, didn't they? Which really... It was an American cruise liner, and I think that was one of the reasons why they got involved in the war. But I don't think that this event is going to be as complicated. I don't want plus 10 national will. I don't care. The supply, though, I will take. We'll see down the road if this affects that decision of the Americans joining. Ooh, maybe it will. Our unrestricted U-boat attacks on ships has greatly reduced Britain's and France's ability to supply their troops on the front lines and feed the home fronts. However, we have angered many neutral nations by sinking their ships, including the United States. Maybe it will. I'm not too sure. I think they actually joined the war in June of 1917, so we shall see. The enemy have done a slight rejiggle, and I've also noticed that the enemy now have a few more troops. 2 more corps, 1 from France and 1 from Britain. Whereas we don't have any more. We've got an unread event. Let's see what this is. Italy declares war. After remaining neutral for months, Italy has finally declared war on Austria-Hungary. Italy had been courted by both sides of the conflict, but the Treaty of London promised Italy control over territory within Austria-Hungary that they had long sought, as well as other areas and the coast, along the coast and a territory in the Ottoman Empire. Italy began an immediate assault in the South Tyrol region and along the Isonzo River, but met stiff resistance. The front remained mostly stationary for much of the war, with tremendous casualties on both sides. After the war, Italy received almost none of the promised land. This caused much resentment, which was used to drive the success of Benito Mussolini and the fascists less than 2 decades later. Well, yeah, we all knew what happened there. With the technology, we've still got this to do. A place to land. We're going to have to do that, which will give us 2 free air wings. They are very expensive, so I fully intend to see that through. We'll also get some when we click this button as well. So we need that. That should start unlocking the planes, which we can use in battle and or use as just a supply surplus. So I'm going to go ahead and unlock the fighter planes. And if we look now... Oh, here we go. Birds of prey. We used aircraft in the past for entertainment and to dust our crops. Now we use them as birds of prey to hunt down enemy pilots or to throw explosives down to the ground. War, as always, spurs progress. Yes, it does. I'm going to stick one up here. When it eventually gets there, look at that. That's going. And we can see how that plays out. What's this here? Rainy season. Continuous rainfall has reduced the battlefield to a sea of mud. Movement speeds and artillery damage are reduced. And all air missions are grounded. Well, I wish I'd have clicked that before I moved the Air Force over, eh? Oh, we might be alright, because in the region that we plan to attack, that is not a factor. I'm also going to move the other one up near Cyprus, as these are the two regions which I'm going to have enough supply to actually use them. Let's see what we can actually do with just a fighter. I was hoping that we could have harassment planes and everything else. They might literally just only be for air superiority at this moment in time until we unlock certain things. We'll see. I'm going to leave this one here. In the next episode, we will be taking Hazebrook. We have 2 opportunities to do it, and the plane will feature for the first time in this campaign. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.